Ladies and gentlemen, this will probably be the last video I make about the Galaxy S22 Ultra, and there's a bit of a problem. And you can see the S22 Plus here. Things are going down. Let's talk about it. But before we even get into the big problem with the S22 Ultra, some Mr. Ping or something like that, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, it's 4 letters, I mean it should be pretty obvious, but someone said, you know, once man trash or once man's picky is another man's gem. What kind of BS is that, Mr. Ping? Listen, this is a $1,200 device, okay? I'm not here to be nice, to be lenient. We're trying to be critical. We know it's a flagship. Everybody knows that. You're not gonna buy this in a trash can. You're gonna find this behind a vault in like Best Buy, okay? So it's my job to be critical, Mr. Ping. Not trying to be rude, okay? I love you. Maybe not. I don't know. So with all that being said, yes, I'm coming up with that 4-month mark on my S22 Ultra, and even though there's this one big problem, which is why I have to put this phone down and go to the S22 Plus, and you might have this problem as well, there's still a lot to love about this device. So I'm just going to go over a few things that I've noticed over these past few months that I really liked, and then we're going to dive into why I am in fact giving this phone back. Or just selling it, basically. Back to the people, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash that subscribe button because it really helps grow a small channel like mine, and I appreciate every single one of you. If you like this video, smash that like button. If you dislike this video, smash the dislike, and let me know in the comment section below how I can improve. That really helps me out as well. On with the video. Now, to start off with all the amazing things about the S22 Ultra, I want to start with the battery. I mean, you guys, if you saw my first 24-hour update, you know that the battery in the start was trash, and it absolutely was. I wasn't even getting through the whole day, and this persisted for 2 weeks. However, after 2 weeks, after that optimization period, after figured out exactly how my usage is, it's really good. Okay, it's really, really good. This is the OnePlus 9 5G, and I know that this video isn't about this, but this is for comparisons. Really, in the past, when someone would come up to me and ask me about what phone they should buy, if they only needed a phone that had the best battery, they didn't care about anything else, they just needed really good battery and, you know, proper updated features, I would tell them the OnePlus 9 5G because this phone survives for 2, 3, 4 days easily if you're not using it a lot. Like if you're leaving it on standby, yeah, it'll take you through the whole week. So, and it's a really good backup phone, which is why I had it. But that can change. Now, obviously, this is cheap, and I wouldn't buy an S22 Ultra as a backup phone. But I will also say that the S22 Ultra's battery is better than the OnePlus 9 5G after the whole 2-week optimization period. So if you guys saw my last video where I did a day in the life with the S22 Ultra, that's a video I regret making the most thus to date. You'll see that I spent the whole day on one full charge, and I ended the day with 33% left. And that's the case with most days. Most days I can get through the entire day easily and still have enough juice left over in the nighttime to watch anime, play games, do what I want to do. And some days with that, I can even get through a whole day and a half with just one charge. And it charges up really fast as well. In my day in the life video, I used that charger right here. Can I reach it? Yeah. So I use this red charger. This is the OnePlus 9 5G charger. So this is the charger that came with the OnePlus 9 5G. But this is a 65-watt fast charger. And that charges this phone from 0 to 100 in 25 to 30 minutes. So it charges up really fast, which is why I don't even leave it on charge all night, because that is actually going to damage the battery. I just charge it in the morning when I'm getting ready. And by the time I'm ready to go out, it's to 100%. And now that it's been 4 months with this, after the optimization period of 2 weeks, I've noticed no slowdown, no battery drain issues, nothing like that. It still holds the charge just like it did day one. And I mean, it's only been around for 4 months. So again, like, why are we talking about the S23? This is not an old phone. This is the flagship right now, and it holds the charge extremely well. No issues on my end. But one thing I do want to talk about is heating, because yes, it's a phone. It does heat. It has, you know, built-in things to manage that heating, but it does heat up. It specifically heats up in a few certain situations. First of all, if you're playing games for more than 30 minutes, and this is Genshin Impact. So I played Genshin Impact over 30 minutes, yeah, I'm gonna feel this heating up. You watch a YouTube video over 30 minutes, this thing heats up. But the most interesting, like the most consistent heating up I get is when I'm in my car. I have Wi-Fi turned off, I have mobile data on, I'm also have Bluetooth on and location on because I'm using map. So Google Maps is running, YouTube might be running in the background. This thing heats up like nothing else, okay? It'll be a pocket of ember in your cup holder. Like, it'll warm up your cup holder to the point where it's hot to the touch. Touching this without a case on is going to hurt. It heats up a lot more in the car when you have it, you know, running multiple apps for an extended long drive. Okay, now I'm not talking 5-10 minutes, I'm talking an hour, maybe a 2-hour drive. Yeah, this is gonna be a pocket right here. But enough about that dookie, let's talk about the display, and it is a proper display. And I'm gonna go over this quick because I've got nothing to say, nothing new. It was gorgeous day one, it's gorgeous 4 months later. Let's keep it simple, fam. Keep it simple. That being said, let's talk about the speakers. They're trash. They're still trash. Don't tell me in the comments below about activating Dolby Atmos and then playing with the equalizer. Fam, I paid $1,200 for this phone, okay? Listen up, $1,200, okay? I'm not here to start playing with the settings to make it sound right, okay? I don't expect it to come out of the box sounding like the most beautiful hymn that's ever played in my ear, but I at least want it to sound good, okay? I don't need great, I just need a good sounding phone. The S22 PLUS is a good sounding phone. This sounds good. This thing sounds like bourgeoisie trash. Say it with me. Speakers are garbage. The point is that some people in the comments below have said that to make space for this S Pen, they've had to kind of dummy down the hardware of the speaker, which is right next to that hole. I say BS. Even if it's true, that's just BS because I'm still paying $1,400 for this phone and the sound has a very thin accent. I haven't even tried playing Dolby Atmos and messing with the equalizer because I don't even care that much. It's not something that ruins the experience. The sound is still very usable, but it's just this annoying tin accent that you're gonna get every time you play something, and 4 months later, I'm still not used to it. I still hear it because none of my other devices have it, and it still annoys me. But I can't be motivated enough to go in and now play around with the equalizer to fix this. I just expect $1,200 phone. Come on now. But let's talk about what really matters. The S Pen functionalities. I've got like a whole list over here of all the ways I've been using this S Pen. It is why you buy this device. It's why I bought this device. Okay, not only to flex with like 5 cameras, but also because of the S Pen. And I mean, it finds its way into your daily life. I've talked about some S Pen hidden features, and I've talked about all the ways I use the S Pen in some previous videos, and that hasn't changed 4 months later. It still finds its way into my day-to-day life. 2-3 weeks ago, I went to Quebec, Montreal. Went to a restaurant there, and the menu was in French. The translating feature that I talked about did come in handy, although it didn't really help. Like, I'm gonna choose the cheapest thing anyway, so as long as numbers remain numerical, I'll find my way around a restaurant, okay? And for that matter, anywhere where I have to buy something. To take pictures, yeah, I use that quite a bit. But one thing I noticed now that I'm switching over to something else is that while I do use the S Pen on a day-to-day basis, like the on-screen notes and things like that, I found that they aren't necessary. There's nothing that's super necessary to my usage that I'm just gonna be heartbroken to let go. I'm heartbroken to let go of the entire S Pen now that I'm moving over to a different phone, but it's not something that's gonna impede my productivity in any way. This also has notes. This also can take screenshots and, you know, message up screenshots and things like that. And for example, if I took a screenshot here and I wanted to remember, oh yeah, you know, do this with an ad. If I see like a really cool ad that I want to incorporate in my business, I can write that literally. On this, I can highlight certain things. It might not be as detailed, but I still get the message. So in that way, while this is fun, it does find its way into your day-to-day. It's not necessary, at least for my usage. That's going to be different person to person. And 5, I think this is the last thing I want to talk about. Yeah, pretty sure it is. Build quality. Ladies and gentlemen, I've said this before, but this thing is built like a tank. Now, that does not mean that it's incombustible. I don't know, I think I said that completely wrong. It's built premium materials, you know, premium business-like materials. We're talking, oh, yes, okay, it's built extremely well. Premium materials, nothing cheap, as you would come to expect. But unfortunately, it will require case. I'm probably not going to case up my S22 Plus. Again, I'm a pretty careful guy, but this one I had in a case the entire time. If you saw my day in the life video, yeah, I had this in a case because these lenses are prone to cracking. They're this tiny glass bezel that's all around all 5 lenses, and yeah, I've seen people crack these. I've also seen people crack the curved display. So yeah, this thing is prone to damage. But as far as the materials are concerned, proper good materials. Now, if you do have a case on like I did, no, there's nothing wrong. I've thrown this in my backpack. I've put this in the cup holders in my car, so it's wiggled around. It's been pocketed a few times. I've dropped it only once from pocket level. I'm 6'2", so I don't know what that would be, like 3'1", if it's exactly half. So from 3 feet, I've dropped this, and it's been fine. So that was the only drop I've had in the 4-month period, and no significant damage on or anywhere around the device. It still looks pretty good. Okay, it's still a pretty solid device. The last thing I want to talk about with this phone is updates. Not necessarily updates we're getting from Samsung, but on GoodLock, because I think that's where the fun is. Now, Samsung updates that have come have mainly been bug fixes, glitches, things like that. In my first video, I talked about how YouTube kept crashing on my phone, and I showed you guys how it was crashing. That's been fixed, and I'm pretty sure that was because of an update that came from Samsung. And so Samsung's been constantly releasing updates to make this phone more smooth, you know, more usable, less bugs, and they've been working. I like what they're doing, but the fun things are coming from GoodLock that allow you to customize your device a lot more to who you are and what your needs are. So adding favorite apps to your home screen, and being able to customize the edge responses and things like that. Also customizing the entire theme to make it more of your own is pretty cool. And so that's the one app that, if you ask me what should I download, GoodLock. And you cannot get that from the Play Store. You have to go to the Samsung store and download it there. So it's not on the Play Store, remember that. But that's it, people. That's it. Nothing more about this device is good. Nothing more is worth talking about. That's it. Okay, and that's sarcasm, by the way. Let's talk about now why I'm giving it away to get the S22 Plus. Guys, it's a big phone, okay? When I'm trying to sneak in a booty pic, this is noticeable. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is very noticeable. This is like summer now, okay? It's May. No, it's June. This video is June now. And putting this in my pockets, taking this around, most of the time I have it in my hands. Okay, most of the time I don't even have it in my pockets. I'm just carrying it around. I've got my wallet, my keys, that stuff is in my pockets. And so this isn't with that. This is generally in my hand most of the time. And I mean, you know, if you're all that productivity focused, and you know you gotta zoom out your pen or anything, you take your notes and put them back in, you might be one of those people that, you know, has their phone on hand. While it's in your hands, it's not easy to use with one hand. Jesus, all these, oh my goodness. Okay, for some reason it's going crazy. But it's really hard, obviously, to type on this device with one hand. You need to have 2 hands to do anything real. Okay, yeah, you can like pull out the S Pen and use it one hand, and so when you're using the S Pen, no, you still need 2 hands. Yeah, what am I talking about? I'm driving and I want to change the YouTube video, or I want to do change the map or something like that. Yeah, it's going to be really hard. You're literally gonna be doing things like that while you're trying to drive to try to pull up the right thing. It's really, really annoying like that. And let me tell the worst of all, okay? Because all that is bad, it's annoying. But worst of all is when you're in bed watching anime and this phone slips, okay? Smashing you and putting you into a 9-hour long coma, okay? It's the worst thing on the planet, okay? And I've had this happen twice in the 4-month period. It will slip, it will happen, and it'll come barreling down at you. Everybody knows coming into this device, it's a big device. Everybody knows that, and I know that. But I still really wanted to like it. That's the thing, right? I didn't need it. I felt that when I was coming from the Z Flip 3, the Z Flip 3 started to die a lot faster than I needed it to, and the screen protector was lifting, so I was like, it's time to upgrade. I need something with a bigger battery life. I need something that's a lot more sturdier, and so I decided on the S22 Ultra at long last. And it was not something that I needed. I wasn't going to use every corner of this device, but I wanted, I wanted to be at the forefront of the latest tech. I wanted the S Pen and all of that. And while I did use it on a day-to-day basis, the inconvenience of having this device ultimately led to me sending it back and just going with the S22 Ultra or Plus. And it's just, I've had this Plus for like 3 days now. It's already so much better, so much easier to hold. It's so much nicer when I'm driving. And as far as the battery life is concerned, I mean, if you're used to just charging it overnight, this is perfect. This is perfectly fine. It still gets me through the entire day. And I'll make a whole video of the S22 Plus later after I've used it a lot more and I know more about it, in green of course. But that's why I'm giving it away. It's nothing bad about the device. The device, like I said, the software, no more bugs, no more glitches anymore. Samsung has fixed a lot of the issues. The battery is phenomenal now. I'm using the S Pen day to day, even though it's not necessary. It's still fun to use, but the size is just an inconvenience. Like I've said in my previous videos, this isn't something that I want to put in my backpack when I go around, or in like a fanny pack. I'm not one of those guys, okay? That's too far. But I'm not gonna put this in my backpack or anything like that because it's a phone. It should be easily accessible. I've said this before that it's not a nuclear code. You don't want to put this up in a briefcase and walk around. It's just a regular phone. And so, with that in mind, I don't know, I just didn't want to have it in my hand. Like I said, I hold this around everywhere. I have to put it down when I go somewhere. And while I get the flex factor, partly why I do it, it's just annoying. I think I would find the same amount of looks with this beautiful green S22 Plus as I would with this 5-camera S22 Ultra. I don't know for a fact yet. I still have to take this out on the test drive. But I think they both draw the same attention. They both have a similar flex factor, let's say that. Well, obviously with this one, you're going to get a little bit more flex. I think that, and I've said this before, the Plus might be the perfect device for everyone. Again, I still have to use it deep, but that's why I'm giving up on the Ultra. The Ultra, while it was fun, while it's usable, while there's so much functionality that's built into the S Pen, one thing to note is that it's not unique to the S Pen. The S Pen makes all the functionality a lot more precise, but everything I can do on this, almost everything, I can do on the Plus as well. Obviously without the S Pen and on a smaller flat screen, but I actually prefer that. I think that's it. That's the 4-month update. Nothing new. I've already covered a lot in my past 4 videos on the S22 Ultra, and if you want to check them out, I've got them linked below, and you can also check them out on my channel, and feel free to subscribe. Again, it really helps me out, grows a small channel. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I try to answer every single one of them. But with that being said, I think that's it. Those are all my thoughts for the S22 Ultra. That's all I have to talk about. And now I'm going to be daily driving the S22 Plus. When the Z Flip 4 comes out, I might then sell this to go to the Z Flip 4, or I might just buy the Z Flip 4 for the review and the monthly updates. And at that point, I might just trade the Z Flip 3 in for the Z Flip 4. I think I'll do that. But that's like slated to come out in August, and I don't even know if we'll make it to August with all these mass shootings. Am I right, people? Should I have said that? I probably shouldn't have. This is a tech channel. I'm not getting political though. I would never get political here. This is not a political channel, of course. We're talking about phones here. Okay, it's serious though. It's serious. With that being said, I'm gonna take it easy. You should take it easy. Peace.
お名行きが参ります。危ないですから。
Guys, you see that, fam? You see that? That's when you know.
お下がり
You
く
know what
だ
I'm
さい。
saying? That's when you know you're powerful.
高円
Look
寺
at、
阿佐ヶ谷、西荻窪
I don't have biceps,
いらっ
but
しゃ
I
い
do
いた
have
しま
this
せ。
thing. Yes, sir. Yes, do I?
一番線に電動自行機が
Whoa!
到着します。危険ですから白線の内側でお待ちください。